Hi, I'm Mark from G Tutor. I'm here today with Practical Machinist to talk about the Peck groove cycle, the G75. Okay, so when we're writing Peck groove cycles, our program may look a little like this. Now I'm not going to go too much into detail of the actual full sequence we would write for groove cycles, but we're going to take a close look at the G75 lines right here and what they do. So the G75 is our groove cycle, and we can use it for parting off also. So let's have a look at these G75 lines and see what information is in there that we need to include when we're writing our groove cycles. So this is the two-line groove cycle procedure on a FANUC based controls. We also have a one-line that's often used on older machines, and we'll come to that in a minute. So let's focus on this two-line one and see what these features are. So the G75 tells the controls we're using a groove cycle. So we start off with G75. Then after that, we give the retract amount. So after each peck, the tool is going to pull off by this amount before it starts cutting again. So our R value there is the retract amount. On the second line, we start again with G75 just to make sure the machine is positive what we're doing, and then we give an X position. So our X coordinate here is the depth of the groove, the final depth of our groove. So if we have a 15mm diameter at the bottom of the groove, that's what we'll put here. Because remember, we're on a lathe here, so we're talking diameters and not distances. Okay, our Z position there is the last position in Z. That's from our datum position. Now, quite often we would set the datum position of our part as 0 on the end face of the turned part. So in this case, our Z position goes from the end of our part, our 0 position, to the final depth in Z of our groove, the final wall there. Now, to control our peck amount, we do this with a P value, a P word. Now, P2000, as I've put here, would peck for 2mm, because this is in microns. So don't forget, quite often we have to state microns and not millimeters, or thousandths of an inch and not inches, when we're programming our CNC machines. So our P value there is in microns. And similar to our Q value, that's also in microns, and this is our step over amount in Z. So once we've plunged in and we've taken one cut and we've pecked, we'll come back out and we'll move over a certain amount before we step in again, and that's this value here, our step over value. Our R value, our second R value, we also have an R value on our first line. This is our relief at the end of cut, and quite often when we write two-line codes like this, you'll see the same letter meaning different things in our lines here. And with G-code programming, P, Q and R can often change meanings, same as I, J and K. And finally, we issue a feed rate. Okay, so that's the two-line version of our G75 grooving cycle and what each word means in our two-line cycle there. So we also have a one-line cycle available to us, and that looks like this. So it's a lot more simpler, but we still have enough information that we need to be able to produce our part. And you can see the letter designated to the words and is also slightly different. So let's go over the single G75 groove cycle line. So again, we start off with G75 just to tell the machine what our intentions are. Our X value here is the final depth of groove, the same as the two line. So we would set that to whatever the diameter is at the bottom of our groove. Our Z position is also the same. This is the last position in Z, so the final depth of our groove along the Z axis. But this is new, we now have an I to deal with. So I is the depth of each peck. So we could set that to say 2mm, and it would do a 2mm cut before relieving itself and then taking another 2mm cut. Our K value is the amount we step over in Z this time. So we would set that to slightly less than the width of the tool to make sure we don't leave any marks there or any uncut material inside our groove. And this time we're using D for the relief at the end of the cut, and feed rate is always F. Whatever we're doing in G-code, feed rate never changes, that's F, unless we're doing screw threads and then it's pitch. So F, we finish off with our feed rate. So that's how we would program the G75 Peck groove cycle for a one-line system and a two-line system, dependent on our controls. So if we take a look back at the program I wrote at the beginning of this lesson, so we're starting off with an operator's note saying what the cycle is about. We have our safety line, our tool call, our maximum spindle speed rev limit set by G50 there at 3000 RPM. I'm then going into a constant surface cutting speed mode by G96, and we're moving our tool to the start position of the groove there before we go into the G75 grooving cycle. And after the cycle, I'm just switching back over to G53, which is our machine datum, and moving the cutter home. So that's how I would construct a Peck groove cycle for a CNC machine. So if you want to learn more about programming CNC machines, or programming lathes in this case, pop over to my website. I have my 4-course G-code bundle teaching you how to program G-code from beginner to expert. And expert level is writing custom macros with variables. It gets very complex. So I've got that big course over there on my website if you need it, plus a lot of free information in the article section. So I'm Mark from G-Code Tutor, and I shall see you next time.